All right, here we go. So you have your graphing calculator. Okay, so this is number 51 from your homework assignment. And I'll post this video. Here's number 51. Number 51 is on page 132. Oh, that's a toughie one. Oh, yeah. I like this one. All right, so it says f of x is equal to 4x squared. All right, so we have this graph. I'm not going to graph the whole thing, but I'll graph part of it. And then I don't have a blue color, but I have a red color. I'm going to graph a line like this. I'm going to graph a line like that. Okay, we have a point here approximately. Where is this point if you look at your graph? Remember, your book has a better graph than mine. So where is this point? Can someone tell me where this point is at? 1, comma 3. 1, comma 3. What about this side? Where is this point? 2 is not 2. 3, comma 3. All right, where is this point right there? 2, comma 5. Very good. 2, comma 5. All right, go ahead and I'm going to give you the direction. Have you time to kind of read the direction? So go ahead and read over the direction, and you need to understand this question, what they're asking. Okay, so did you know that if you read the direction, they want you to find what? You want to find, what does it say? Yeah, just the equation of the tangent line. So how many tangent lines do you have? You have 2 tangent lines. So you just want to find the equation. Let's find this one first. Do you see this? I'm going to highlight this one first. Okay? All right, so I just want to find that tangent line. Our first one. Did you know that this is not a calculus problem? You know that, right? This is just integrated 1 and 2 problem. Or maybe integrated 3. Because how do you find the equation of a line if you have 2 points? You need to find, okay, so this is, I'm going to label this as part A, okay? We have 2 points. What are the 2 points that we have for part A line? What's the 2 points we're using? What 2 points are we using for that line? 1, 3, and what? We're not using 1, 3, and 3, 3, guys. For this line, we're using 2 points. What 2 points are we using for this line? 1, 3, and 2, 5. That's what we're using. So if you have 2 points, how do you find the equation of a line? You need a slope. You need to have a slope. How do you find the slope? You can use a slope formula, right? Or you can use a derivative. So you can go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You can use that. Okay, so this is from integrated 1, integrated maybe 2. But in calculus, how do you find the slope? How do you find the slope in calculus? What's the formula? Limit h goes to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. This is the formula we need to use. Which one is easier? Do you know which one is easier to use to find the slope? Calculus method or the integrated 1 or 2 method? Integrated 1 or 2 method. You label this as x1, y1, x2, y2. So how do you find the slope? Isn't it 5 minus 3 over 2 minus 1, which is 2 over 1, which is 2 is your slope. Is it coming back to you at all, or? That's your slope if you have 2 points. I can use this method, but this method is a lot harder. So what is this? This is limit h goes to 0. What is f of x plus h? Can someone tell me what f of x plus h will be equal to? Bracket, parentheses, and then 4 parentheses x plus h minus parentheses x plus h squared minus, oops, sorry. Scratch that. Hold on, okay? I think I did it right, but I needed more space. Sorry. So bracket 4 parentheses x plus h minus parentheses x plus h squared. And then minus bracket, what do we have for the second part? Four x minus x squared all over h. Okay, how many of you guys follow what I'm doing? Okay, good. All right, you're not saying anything. I feel like you guys are totally like out there. You're not really. Okay, so do you see this? You need to FOIL this, simplify this, and cancel the h. You need to show all that work. Eventually, you're going to end up with. Eventually, your answer will be, let's do this. All right, so limit h goes to 0, bracket 4x plus 4h. Stay with me, okay? Can you guys FOIL this in your head? That's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 4x minus x squared all over h. All right, stay with me, okay? Limit h goes to 0. I'm going to take out all the parentheses out and brackets out. Make sure you distribute the negatives. I have parentheses and brackets so that I can distribute the negatives. So this is 4x plus 4h minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared minus 4x plus x squared all over h. Stay with me, okay? What can I cancel? X squared, what else can we cancel? Negative 4x, positive 4x. Oh, sorry, 4x. Okay, not this one. This one is okay. All right, what else do we cancel? Is there anything else? So this is limit h goes to 0. This one is okay. 4h minus 2xh minus h squared all over h. All right, what do you notice on the top? What can we do? Stay with me. Do you know that we can factor out the h? All right, you got to help me along, okay? Each step, just help me along. So this is h parentheses 4 minus 2x minus h all over h. And I can cancel h and h. Do you think we did it right? Okay. So can I use direct substitution? Yes. This is 0. So your formula, your answer is 4 minus 2x. This is your formula. This is your formula for what? This is a slope formula. So for this red line right here, do you see this red line? What number do I plug into this formula right here? Anybody know? Wasn't it 1, 3? You need to plug in 1. So if you plug in 1, because that's your x value, 4 minus 2 times 1, which is 2, that is your slope. All right, didn't I say 2 was your slope already in the beginning? Right? You see it? I mean, which method would you use? You need to know your slope equations or formulas. Okay, so once you find the slope, how do I find, this is your slope m, how do you find the equation of that line? Yeah, so you need to use this point. We have a point at 1, 3. So you put y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So this is y minus 3 is equal to 2 times x minus 1. And then you simplify this, right? And then you'll get an equation of that first line. Okay. This is just first part right here, part A, which is this line. How would I find the slope of this line? Do I want to go through these steps again all over? Do I want to go through all these steps again? Yes or no? No. So how do I find the slope of this line if you have this formula down here? If you have this formula, how do I find the slope? What number do you plug in? Anybody, what number do you plug in? We need to plug in 3, 3, 3. So this is part B. You plug in 3, 4 minus 2 times 3 because you have a point at 3, 3. So this is 4 minus 6, which is negative 2, and that is your slope. And same thing, we use y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And this is your slope, this is your point. You plug it in, and you find the equation of the line. Okay, honestly, how many of you guys follow what I just did with this problem? Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, that's number 51. I'll post this, okay? All right, anything else? Number 37. Let's find number 37. All right, number 37. This one, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, you do need to look at your graph from your book. Number 37 is on page 131. Okay, you guys ready? All right, this is your f function. Okay, so most likely, if you happen to guess this function, all right, if you happen to guess, can someone guess? That's why, like, it was so important to see different types of function in integrated 3. Like when you see this graph, some type of your algebraic equation should come into your head. Can someone tell me what this function might be in algebraic expression? Like if you happen to guess, can someone give me an example of algebraic expression of this graph? Don't be shy, anyone. Yeah? Yeah, it's x squared. It's x squared function, isn't it? So isn't it like f of x is equal to, actually there's a shift, so this should be like x minus 2 squared or something like that, or 4 in this case. Does that make sense? Because this is at 4. How many of you guys understand what I'm telling you? All right, this is a horizontal shift. So in this class, you should be able to see this even though it was not given to you. So, but you want to think simple. Remember I told you that it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember I told you the answer doesn't have to be perfect. So the simple one will be f of x is equal to x squared. Does that make sense? That will be the simplest one. So what would be f prime of x function? How would I find f prime of x? Can someone tell me how to find f prime of x? Oh, come on, it's easy. How do you find f prime of x? Yeah, it's the same formula. It's the same formula. Limit h goes to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. That's your formula. So if I'm using this, so can you show me, this is f prime of x. What is f of x plus h? Stay with me, guys. Just help me. I just need for you to help me and follow along. Okay? That way I understand that you're able to follow my lesson. If you just sit there, don't say anything, I have no idea. What is f of x plus h?
X plus h squared.
Yeah, x plus h squared. That is correct. Minus, what is f of x?
Squared.
X squared. It's the same thing, isn't it? I told you yesterday you're going to be doing the same thing. They're just giving you some fancy notation which you need to learn how to figure out. So f prime is just a fancy notation. Derivative is just a fancy word. Okay? But it's the same thing. So what is this if you FOIL this? Yes, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus x squared all over h. Can I cancel? Stay with me, okay? X squared and x squared goes away. So this is limit. H goes to 0. 2xh plus h squared all over h. So what is that? Limit. H goes to 0. H. And then 2x plus h all over h. Alright, do we do this correctly? Yes. So what's left over? 2x and then this is 0. So 2x is your formula. But it's not just your formula, it is also f prime of x is equal to 2x. Because f prime means derivative, means tangent slope formula. Does that make sense? So this is also representing f prime of x. How many of you guys understood what I just said? Okay, very good. Can you graph this? What type of graph is this? It's a line. It is just a line. So I should have a line like this, and then that should be close enough. Is that the answer? Well, you should have a separate graph. You should just draw a line. Okay? Is that the answer? It should be. Okay? So it should be a separate graph with a line. No, it doesn't have to be a tangent line. It doesn't have to be. Now, it will be a tangent line if what? Can someone tell me? This one doesn't have to be a tangent line. It will be a tangent line if we do something. What do we need to do? Anyone? What do we need to do? You need to give them an order pair on this graph. Anywhere on this graph, if you give me any order pair, if I plug it into this, it will be a tangent line. Okay? But that order pair is not given. Therefore, it doesn't have to be. Okay? Alright, so that's number 37. Alright, we'll just keep going. I don't know if you have any other questions. Do you have any other questions?
29.
What's that?
29.
29? Sure. 29. Alright, here's number 29. Alright, so we did 29, and then we did 37. What else do we do?
51.
51. Okay. So I'll post this. Alright, number 29, we have f of x is equal to square root of x. And you want to find the tangent line. Again, don't copy this. Just pay attention to me, and you can watch the video over again. Just help me, guys. I want more people to just help me as I take each step, okay? So read the direction. What do you think the key word is in here? What's the key word? Out of your direction, what is your key word? Oh, shoot. Okay. What's the key word in your direction? Someone tell me the key word or word. Yeah, anything with a tangent line. If you see the keyword tangent line, what do you think of automatically? What do you think of? If you see the word keyword tangent line, you should think of something. What do you think of?
Formula.
Formula. So what is that formula? You tell me without looking. What is the formula? Limit h goes to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. This is what we're thinking of whenever I see the word tangent line. What else? Like, what other key words should we look for to find this, to use this formula? What else should we look for? Derivative, f prime. All of these things will mean this formula. Are we clear? Okay, now you help me. Don't copy this, just help me. Tell me what f of x plus h is in this case. It is square root of x plus h. Very good. It is. Minus square root of x. Very good. All over h. Remember, I put brackets and parentheses, but later on I do need to take them out. So I'm going to take out all the parentheses and bracket. Okay, so I have limit h goes to 0, square root of x plus h minus square root of x all over h. Can I use direct substitution? No. So you guys help me. Help me, okay? What do I need to do? I need to multiply by the conjugate. What is your conjugate? You multiply top and bottom by what? Square root of x plus h plus square root of x, and then square root of x plus h plus square root of x. There it is. Again, don't copy. Just follow along. And then just tell me each step. Again, can you FOIL the top? Can you FOIL this? Learn how to FOIL this thing in your head. You can do it. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Did you FOIL that in your head?
Yes.
What is it? It is x plus h. Very good. Minus x. Excellent. Over, what do we have? H times, remember I told you not to multiply it out. Remember other parts? So square root of x plus h plus square root of x. Okay, what happens on the top? X cancels out. What do you have left over? Limit h goes to 0. H over h times square root of x plus h plus square root of x. Do you think we did this correctly?
Yes.
Yes, we did. H cancels out. Isn't this just like your quiz exam, wasn't it? Are we using the same thing that we use on your exam? It's the same thing. We use radicals. We're using factoring. We're using everything else that we learned. We're using tables sometimes, right? So it's the same thing. All right, so what is it if you factor this? This is limit h goes to 0, 1 over square root of x plus h plus square root of x. All right, can I use direct substitution now?
Yes.
So this is 0, so what is 1 over square root of x plus square root of x?
2 square root of
Yeah, so square root of x plus square root of x is 2 square root of x. And this is your, what is this? This is your formula for what? This is your slope formula for your tangent line. Your tangent line slope formula. So basically this is your slope. Alright, but is a point given to you?
Yes.
Yes, it is. What point is given? So what is your slope then? Remember, slope is m. What is your m? 1 over 2 times square root of 1, isn't it? Because the point is 1 comma 1, right? So you plug in 1, which is 1 over 2. That's your slope. Can you find the equation of your tangent line then? How do you find the equation of the tangent line? Yeah, so y minus y1, m, x minus x1. So y minus 1, 1 half, x minus 1, and then you distribute and you solve this. Look, isn't every single problem very similar to each other?
Yes.
They're all similar. Our goal is basically using this formula for different fancy words, like different notations. But basically it's the same thing, except the alternate version of it. So go to number 30. Where's the alternate one? 61, is it? No.
Yes, 61.
Yeah. Number 61, even though I didn't tell you, like if I don't give you, remember these are all formula. If I don't give you a formula, in this class, at this level, I kind of expect you to kind of go back to your book and figure out if you can find the formula or not. So can you go back to your chapter 1, section 1, in that example area? Can you guys find the alternate or alternative form of the derivative formula? What page is that on? Yeah.
129.
Go to page 129. And there it is. And I posted number 61 in your video. Go ahead and watch that, and then make sure you follow along, okay? So there it is. They give you the formula. All you need to know is where is the formula, what is it, and then do you know how to plug it into that formula? Basically, that's it, okay? Right? So basically, we have this formula. We just need to learn how to plug it in correctly, right? Isn't that what we're doing? And then simplifying. Okay. So go ahead and watch the video. I'm going to post all of it.